Hi everyone, and welcome to my indie review vlog, the show that gives you spoiler-free reviews of indie films. My name is Asaf Angel from MyIndie Productions, and today's review is of 2018's short comedy drama, The C Word, written and directed by UK indie filmmaker James Dann. Thank you, James, for sharing your film with us. The story focuses on Alan, a young man portrayed by Aistrup. Alan's in the midst of a rough patch. We see him trying to overcome his issues with the help of a support group who seem to suffer from a similar affliction. We soon understand that Alan has a debilitating fear of commitment of any kind. With the help of the group's mentor, Simon, played by Paul Wilson, Alan finds the connection between his inherent fear and the fact that his life hasn't panned out the way he would have wished. Suffering a rough breakup, which was apparently brought on by his condition, Alan wallows in self-pity while reminiscing the time he had with his ex-girlfriend Melanie, played by Tracy Gabbitas. Not giving up on himself just yet, Alan finds the will to turn his life around by taking responsibility for it. He embarks on a self-improvement journey and is determined to get his girl back.
Maybe change isn't just for park commuters.
My preferred type of comedy generally will involve the presence of the absurd. Not limited to just films, it could be anything, a skit, a song, a play, a written story, etc. The funny to me originates from the absurd. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely mine. James Dann shows promising comedic abilities by using subtext. The film thrives when the joke isn't in your face. It doesn't necessarily get its own focus, but rather it's in the background, challenging you to pick up on it. It makes for a fun experience because subtext can make these jokes catch you off guard, and they make you laugh because they sneak up on you. The combination between subtext and absurd can make for a fun viewing experience for those who get it and enjoy this type of humor. James also uses a victim to amplify the comedy. Most of the jokes are at Alan's expense. The type of humor in the C Word is somewhat similar, again not in style but in type, to shows like The Office or The League. Every time I see something that makes me lose my beverage through my nose, it takes me back to the old saying that comedy is the hardest genre to write. And I agree with that. Here's why. In any other genre, drama, horror, romance, etc., when a storyteller wants to get a genuine emotional response from an audience, the submergence within the narrative as well as other tricks of the trade help achieve that. The audience is eased into becoming emotionally invested with the characters. In horror, we will fear for the hero's well-being after having a decent amount of time to get attached to him or her. In romance, we will want love to prevail after having a decent amount of time to get attached to the characters involved. But comedy needs to be precise, otherwise it doesn't work, like a tune played off-key. The storyteller is tasked with getting a response from his audience inside a very short period of time, so it cannot always rely on the audience's submergence in the narrative. Granted, in later seasons of comedy shows, the jokes at times worked better because the audience had plenty of time to fall in love with the characters, but that doesn't mean the comedy comes easy. It must still be precise. Like a conductor tasked with accurately ushering the players through the piece and thus performing seamless, harmonious music, James Dann was tasked with delivering the funny with the right timing and level of sophistication and thus getting the right response from his audience. To sum up, even though the film is not without its imperfections, as there are a few bits that seem to miss the mark a tad or not fit with the rest of the tone, it's very clear that young filmmaker James Dann has a pretty good handle on how to create good, quality comedy. Personally, I can't wait to see what he releases next. Here, production value is decent, cinematography suits the style, and performances were convincing. All in all, it was a lot of fun to watch. The C Word gets a 7.5 out of 10 on the Look at Me, I'm a Film Critic scale. The film was recently made available for free viewing on YouTube, so be sure to watch it, link below. Until next time, keep supporting indie film. My name is Asaf Angel. I thank you for tuning into my indie review vlog. I'll see you next week.